Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth video of our playlist Object-Oriented Programming Basic Concepts in C++. So today we'll cover constructor, and under constructor we'll cover parameterized constructor and copy constructor. Sorry. Okay. So as you saw in the previous video, the constructor is of mainly of four types, which are default, parameterized, copy, and dynamic. We discussed about default constructor, which takes no arguments. And in parameterized constructor, the constructor accepts one or more parameters. So here I have declared a class read, and under the class I have a data member. I have a member which is name, and we have also a constructor which is greet, because the constructor name is same as the class name. And then I have a parameter which is string name, and in the definition of the constructor we have cout, then hello, then name, and then ended. So this name is the name of the reach method, not this name. So in the main function, if we call the constructor with a parameter which must be a string. So I wrote here Rohit. So the constructor will be called, and the output is hello Rohit. Okay, and if read um, like Rahul and hello Rohit, hello Rahul. So this is like we're just calling the constructor using passing some parameter. But what if we create the object of the class for read, then G, which is an object, then we will pass the uh, parameter. To run the program, then you can see the output. Okay, and if we create another object as the parameter, um, say sound, and if we run the program, then you can see that both Rahul and Hello Sound both are printed. So this is how we use the parameterized constructor. So we can also use parameterized constructor using more than one parameters. Here in the constructor, we are adding another parameter which is uh, like str2. Then we just modify the statement. To str2. So now you can see the red line here indicating that we must have two arguments. But we are here only declaring one argument. So it's obviously an error. So we are just putting another argument, which is say YouTube. And if I run the program, then hello Rahul, welcome to YouTube. Okay. So another we can create another object which is G2 like um Rohit, and then the Facebook. Let's rerun the program. And hello Rohit, welcome to Facebook, and as well as the previous output. So that's all about parameter-based constructor. Now we'll move towards the copy constructor. What's the copy constructor? Copy constructor takes object of the class as an argument and copies data values of members of one object into values of member of another object. So let's demonstrate this definition with the help of a program. Here a class which is sample is taken at the private in private section we have a variable integer variable which is x, and in public section we have the constructor which is the copy constructor. At the first we have copy constructor one. So the syntax is class name, then again class name under the parenthesis, in the parenthesis, then the reference. So at the sample, then again the class name sample, and then ampersand 10. So it's the reference concept in C++. Here, besides of the copy constructor, we have taken another constructor which is parameterized constructor. So sample int I. So it takes an integer I as the parameter, and that x, which is this member, this data member x, stores the value of I. And in finally the display function which displays the value of x. In main function, at first we called the uh, parameterized constructor. Okay, parameterized constructor. So sample is 120. So as the 20, we passed 20 as the value as the parameter, the x stores the value 20. And then we call the copy constructor. Copy constructor. To call copy constructor, we can use any of these two syntax, which is sample s2 s1 or sample s3 goes to s1. Means we can use the syntax which is um, class name, then space, then new object, then old object. This is correct. Or if you wish, you can use another syntax which is class name, new object, then equals old object. So both syntax are correct. Okay, so now we have called the copy constructor as the reference object as s1. So we will pass the s1 object as now, and then x will be temp.x, means the current value of x will be the value of x of this object. Now this object is s1, so the current value of x in s1. So x will be the current value of x in s1, which is 20. Okay, so this is the mechanism of copy constructor. And now it will s2 dot display. If we display the current value of x in s2, then we can see the value is 20. Similarly, we have created another object which is s3, and which where the old object is s1 and s3 dot display. Similarly, here also is 20. So now if we just change this statement, which is x equals to temp dot x, we if we say that x equals to temp dot x plus 10, so the value of x of old object plus 10, then what happens? Then you can see that in the both cases, the output is 20 plus 10, which is 30. Okay. And if we just change the object here as h2, then what is the expected output? You think at first, then we'll display the terminal. Okay. So let's see that the output will be 40. Because now the old object is h2, and the value of x in the h2 was previously 30. So 30 plus 10, the 40. Okay, so this is the concept of copy constructor. That's all about today's video. Thank you.